Call to order the Golf Commission meeting of March 9th. And we'll start with a roll call. Don DiMartino.
Bob Gorman.
Bill Vogel.
Lori Mongeluzzo.
Pete Carney. Anthony Calabrese.
Bob Bigonet.
And Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Very good. The approval of the minutes. Anybody have any comments on the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, minutes are approved. Staff reports. Start with Robert.
Hello, everyone. They finally felt like spring, so
Yeah.
we're eager to get open when the weather allows. Staff's coming together nicely. My lead assistant, Mike Kubran, took another job. So we're attempting to replace him.
Where do you
There's a
go?
lot of interest. He took, he's gonna be the lead instructor or the teaching pro at Wallingford Country Club. I'm happy for him. It's a good move. We'll see how he does. I think it was a good time for change. Kind of left me a little short notice, but
We still have Brian.
Brian will be back. Yeah, we'll be okay. I posted the job and I've gotten a lot of interest already. Besides that, we're getting all the seasonal ready to go again. Mostly all coming back, very little change in turnover in that department at all. And as Bob had mentioned, the driving range, believe it or not, is open. We're getting it done,
$2,300 day?
yeah,
Not bad.
which is really cool.
Yeah, credit to you. I was by there today.
They're doing a lot of hand, they're doing a lot of,
The hand
they're doing, they're doing above and beyond. I gotta give them credit. And
It's gotta be just a swamp, isn't it?
you know, surprisingly, it's very on the top. I think it's still a little frozen under there. It hasn't got to the part where it's gonna get really foul, I think, but they were able to use the machine actually on one side. There will be a point where you gotta stop, right? I think it'll thaw, don't you think?
Yep.
At some point, but right now they're bouncing, so if they're bouncing, you have a chance. And they don't bounce, that
Big
becomes
bed.
yeah, that's your labor, but besides that, that's all I got. Looking forward to getting going.
I have a question. You mentioned last week that two-factor authorization, that's
Yes.
officially,
That's happening.
yeah.
That is happening. I will send an email out when we get closer that explains it, that's
Mhm.
meant for kind of to
Yeah.
everyone that has an account.
Sure.
But basically what'll happen is you'll get an email. Once you click on your time, you'll get an email sent to your email that has a code, just like if you've seen that, and you'll have to put the code in. You got a 5-minute window.
Excellent.
Or it won't let you tinker with the amount of time with the windows. They won't, but
It's 5 minutes?
5 minutes is what it should.
Plenty.
I'm interested to see if it helps or whatnot, but I just think we're trying to do whatever we can. I think that coupled and having people verify in person,
Mm.
maybe will make a difference in the
Yeah,
tea time demand.
sure.
Any complaints so far?
Nothing
Okay.
that I recall. It's interesting, how we are on IDs, we're probably starting to get behind because online would start kicking in now. Huh?
We're ahead.
We're still ahead.
Yeah, we're ahead.
Probably we've done how many? I would say like almost 300.
We did 214 as of
Oh, yeah.
the end of February.
Yeah,
so-
so yeah, which isn't a lot. I mean, we sell a lot, so we're gonna have a lot of traffic into that golf shop because you're not gonna be able to book a tee time.
Yeah.
So,
But-
but that's when they'll,
Well, we were at 125 the year before, so
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm just curious. Yeah,
Yeah.
people always wait last minute.
Theoretically.
And any other complaints about the lack of the 4-day outside of the email I saw?
That's the only one I heard. I heard some scuttlebutt about it.
I heard from Eddie Colin and he hinted that there were a lot of people of his ilk that were upset about it, but
Yeah, I think we should talk about that under communication.
Yeah, I think
That's kind of
Okay.
just a non-issue. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Okay. Anthony?
I think you guys should have the numbers in front of you. You see, we had for a snowy February, we actually had a pretty decent February. Golf IDs are up. season passes are right where they should be, roughly. And then again, driving range, even though it was closed most of February, still brought in $2,800, so it wasn't that far off. For the year, we're up revenue wise, but again, just keep in mind, we did raise rates, so that's why, we should be up. Rounds, obviously we haven't been open, so those stayed steady, but we're on pace for right where we were last year at this time. I guess the big updates I have really are just regarding the budget. Told everybody not to panic last month, so that's kind of the message here. Still is, we're past the Board of Finance with the budget intact as it was presented from the first selectwoman. She did cut, as I believe was mentioned to all you guys, she cut all our capital outlay, which isn't the end of the world. It's not great, but so I think we had $200,000 or so cut just from golf. I had another 200 and something cut from some other budgets, but Board of Finance, I watched their first meeting. They had their very first one last, I think it was Thursday. We got another one tomorrow. I don't go for golf until the 24th. I'm the very last budget, which is probably works in our benefit. But they've been really tough. They're scrutinizing every line item. And that's, I think, to be expected when you have taxes going up, 10%, 15%, 30%, depending on where you live in town. So I would anticipate there will be cuts, but I don't know what those are and what what it's going to look like. But we did present a really lean budget, so there's anything they do cut will affect the product and the services that we're providing.
So Anthony, when you said not to worry too much about it, we're talking about that 97,000?
I think it was more than 97,000. I think it's closer to 2. But I'd have to pull the number out to double check what it was. But
Yeah, we were right around.
it was all
105
capital.
and-
Does that mean we're not gonna be able to do stuff that we had?
No, this is like equipment that Peter wanted to buy.
Okay,
And John.
And well, John got his,
Oh.
so it was really just the
That's
that Smith that was cut.
So the
So-
10-year plan money, is
No,
that
that's all
part of
safe.
this discussion? No,
Okay.
no, that's.
No,
that's
false.
not
That money is completely separate from the operating budget. This money was solely for equipment related purchases. I don't remember exactly what you request. There might have been.
It was
Kubota.
around 110. There was
Yeah, I think there was a Kubota in there. There might have been a
That was
mower.
Yeah,
Um,
Ventrac, another mower and
stuff you can do without if you have to.
well,
we don't
I'm sure.
Well, I kind of thought at the meeting in maybe December, January, when we were setting rates, we agreed that we would increase the rates and then go back to the town and make our case for more money.
And hopefully that's what Anthony does with
Right,
First
and that
Select
is Anthony's.
Yep,
you know,
and the first select woman did not agree to that, so they cut it. Right, so now Board of Selectmen made no changes. They didn't even offer any changes to anything. They accepted the first select woman's budget as presented by her, right, by her. Board of Finance is now where the budget sits, and they have the ability to cut or add. So
So should
this,
we, it's a committee?
this would be the time,
Yep.
on March 24th, when they ask for public comment, this would be the time that anybody wants to support the golf budget. They would ask for public comment, and that's where you would say,
Okay.
yes, we would like to see this stuff reinstated, and they'll say thank you, and
Well, why don't we as a committee put together a
Yeah.
plan, have some representation at that meeting? You agree, Don?
That's not a bad idea, and we should support Anthony and Peter and the capital equipment.
Yeah.
So is the meeting this March 24th? So
March 24th, Tuesday, Fire Training Center, 7 p.m. 7 p.m.
And can I just say one thing? There's also on the 28th, there's a Board of Finance public budget meeting on Saturday at Ward High School. So I don't know.
That's the other opportunity for
Yeah.
the public to make
Okay.
comment.
It's at
We got
9:30 in the
two
morning.
shots at it.
Yeah, so maybe between all of us, and we'll get Sarah in on this, we should establish just a narrative of what we
Mhm.
want to say and how we're a cash cow for the town and how we're gonna
Yeah.
make some money.
Yep.
Great. Anything on the sand trap consultant?
We signed the agreement, yeah, we signed the agreements, I just believe I know we reached back out to him.
Yep.
Yeah, I just don't think we've heard anything since,
Okay,
Yeah,
but
excellent, but he
He's
should be
retained.
on contract.
yeah, he's on contract.
he definitely is.
I'll book on the sign, all right.
Yep.
That's great. Okay, thanks, Anthony.
You're welcome.
Peter?
Let's see, unfortunately, everybody knows Mike passed and, we will be putting out, a bench for Mike. The senior association came to us, told us they were gonna put out a bench. So, just a couple of things. We're really happy to put bench out for Mike. Probably gonna put it behind the first tee on that little patio next to the bench that's already there. And because every other spot on the golf course is just taken. So I just do want to make it clear, we're not gonna do any benches with no more room on the golf course. It's just done. So please, if anybody comes to anybody here,
Yeah, just
yeah,
to reiterate, the commission put a moratorium on bench requests a
Yeah.
year or two ago. So
yeah,
this was an exception.
this was an exception. Yes, so.
So Peter, is the bench behind the first tee now, is that,
There's one behind on a patio underneath the umbrella tree, and we'll just put these side by side.
but is the one that's there now already dedicated or something?
It is.
Oh. okay.
Yeah. I took a walk today and I couldn't see where else we can really put
Sure.
it. I think it's a nice spot, and it will get used a lot there too.
Sure, if you could, tell Jeff Parker. who's
Yeah,
president
I
of
will.
FSGA.
Yeah, I was just walking today when I
Great.
invited that, and I'll reach out to him.
Is there a need or would it make sense to have sort of a length of life of these benches?
That's really not my call.
I
Yeah,
understand,
yeah.
I'm putting it up to the commission, we're talking about benches, but
We did discuss, and I think a healthy alternative is, if people do want to do a memorial of some sort, maybe sponsor a park for a number of years, the planting and the maintaining. I think it benefit the golf course. I also think it will thin out people that really want to do a memorial and people that just want to throw a bench up and walk away.
is the
And,
maintaining working?
It does for that one landscaper does a wonderful job.
The one on top of 18 or?
Kevin's after club.
Yeah.
He does a couple.
Yeah.
He does a couple.
And is there a plaque
And-
next to that?
Yeah, he plants it and he maintains it and he comes and goes and we don't even see him sometimes and we say, hey, can we give you a hand? Can we take away the pile? He's like, no, we got it. And so something like that's awesome.
But
So-
my thought is, you sit there and there's, I can't remember, there's 3 or 4 benches.
Mhm.
Even the old timers don't remember who they are. And I don't want to slight anyone, but it may make sense to think about having some sort of a sunset clause in these benches. I don't know how we would do it, but who we'd piss off in the process, but.
Right.
We don't have it for Parks and Recreation, like in the parks and all those other ones, to just
They're
for
just-
consistency, there's no
Yeah.
sunset clause. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the best example is that bridge on 13. That,
Yeah,
it's been an eyesore for 3 or 4 years and
Yeah.
it's becoming more of an eyesore and it's,
Hmm.
we're doing all this with the men's club and the town and maybe that's not the perfect example, but we should think about that.
We could turn the course logo into a bench, I thought. We do have a lot of benches, so.
well, I think if they require maintenance, at that point, they need to be reviewed as to whether, you have to put more money into a bench or we just.
These are
Take it
nice
away.
benches.
The benches don't need
No,
maintenance per
no,
se.
they're really
The
really
bridge is
good.
a
They're
great
well done.
example.
So anyways, moving on. We're happy to do that for Mike and, he'll be missed, that's for sure. So, staffing, all our seasonal employees came back today. We had 7 start today. First big day of the year. Started cleaning. Of course, it's super wet. Getting back to Anthony's capital equipment and things like that and, Bill had asked, if we can make do without. We've had a very good winter. Going through every piece of equipment that we can. We're not quite done. Pulling it in, going through the manual, looking at preventative maintenance, finding parts that need to be replaced. Mark, our new foreman, is very mechanically inclined. Ben's learning a lot. I know some. And also I want to ask you, Anthony, it's the, first select woman's, her version of the budget that she approved. She approved, like you and I had put in $12,000, extra $1,000 for traveling mechanic services. Do you think that stayed in there or do you?
I'd have to double check the
Yeah.
budget lines. Capital, you were total for golf that is close to $100,000. 81.4 was cut from capital outlay. 6,000 from 54,310, which I believe is Brown's building ground repair and maintenance.
Okay,
56,110 was decreased by $500. So that's probably like an office supply line.
okay,
And then you were decreased 56,140 was decreased by $9,500. That's department special supplies.
oh,
Those were the lines. So no, your payroll lines didn't get touched.
okay.
So
There was we had, and at $12,000, I forget the number, I can talk to you about it.
yeah, I don't.
But we are taking, just so the commission knows, we're taking steps to, without a mechanic and without the capital outlay of new equipment, we're doing everything under our power to budget more money to have services come in and maintain our equipment. We have a very good relationship with, Dean down at the highway department. Right now, we're on this rotation where he's picking up a piece of equipment. He's going through it. He has a Sam Pro down there right now. They're gonna put a new engine on it. We're gonna pay for the engine. They do the labor. He's gonna bring it back. When he drops it off, he's gonna get another piece of equipment. So we're doing everything we can. So we're not just looking at it as, we need a mechanic, we need new equipment. No, we have tools and we'll utilize those to the best of our ability. If we can't go around the right hand way, we'll come around and we'll get it done a different way. We do have advantages and things we can do. We're doing them. So with that said, we've been going through the machines. We had a tree, ironically, a tree fall on the left of the 7th hole. We took down those 5. One a little closer to the tee, but just as big. A big oak came down during, I think it was the last winter storm.
That one right at the corner of the fence?
In front of the corner, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Perfect.
Very big tree.
It does get hit.
That's gonna
So today we
fall
spent
going in there.
a lot of time cleaning up the parking lot, around the clubhouse, cleaning up the arcadiums, cardboard boxes, all that stuff, just trying to get ready. And started cutting up the tree and picking up sticks, and we can't really get on the course today so much, but I think tomorrow we'll be on it a little bit more. So it's still very wet.
You're cleaning up the parking lot?
We did today.
Shouldn't Boca do that?
I don't know, I don't worry about it, we just gotta get it moving.
No?
I just,
On the premises, they're the ones using.
it reflects on us, and we're probably gonna put trash cans out this year. I put trash cans out there this year, just to make it easier for people.
That's
It can't hurt.
That's a shame.
It was a noticeable different after we cleaned it up. I was happy we did. Now, it's a little embarrassing. So,
I went in to renew my pass on Saturday. I picked up a beer bottle sitting on the curb. I was like, why did anybody leave this here? What kind of morons are we dealing with?
yeah. We'll get some trash cans out in the parking lot, probably in the islands, and,
That's
yeah,
what-
but you know what? When I think of stuff like that, I think of what Anthony deals with at the Parks Department. Probably what we deal with is probably a tip of the iceberg compared to what Anthony has to deal with. So at least we have sort of a contained environment. I think the parks are even wilder, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We have clientele that pays, so they're a little different. So, grateful for what they do. So the priorities, course cleanup, getting the course open as soon as possible, kind of looking at 2 weeks from tomorrow. As things stay dry, that's our biggest challenge right now, is things stay dry.
That's
And-
324.
Yeah. Or 325.
Long.
325 legal.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Payday looks a little rough.
Because we're usually right around St. Patty's Day, and we would be this year, except we have 2 feet of snow, so we're just really wet.
Yeah.
And, so that will be our priority, and start getting the course ready, and then after that, we'll start moving some, topsoil to start filling cart paths. And after that, we'll start moving root zone into the practice game area. And that's kind of be our mantra probably for this summer, will be maintain the course. do the cart path, backfill them,
Mhm.
and with our extra time, start moving root salt mix into the short game practice area, with it being sodded in the fall when the irrigation's in.
Mm.
You know, maybe
Yeah.
mid-September, irrigation's in, and weather's a little cooler. So that's what we're looking.
Do you think the winter hurt is there more maintenance required on the course because of the winter or pretty much the same?
Hard to say. We do have, it's pretty messy. We have a lot of sticks. We did,
Yeah.
because we did have snow and, we never have before. We never applied a, snow mold control fungicide. I didn't apply it this year either. It's about a $7,000 spray. And if you don't have spray snow, it's not a problem. So, so we do have some, snow mold in the fairways and tees. It'll grow out within a month. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's, we've seen it here and there, but we did apply to our greens and, our greens are perfect. So just if you see some little round pink spots like that, it's pink snow. And I think that's all I have.
Okey doke.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, Greens Committee report. We have anything? Nothing. Winter, nothing. Part three, nothing report. Old-
Although one quick comment on Greens Committee or the thought of, days like today and tomorrow, knuckleheads are gonna wanna get out there and chop up the golf course. And, before we officially open, there's only so many people around, but if you're up there, you see somebody, if I'm walking around and see somebody, I'm gonna say something. If you guys see somebody playing the golf course, I don't want you guys to do anything about it, but she let you know, or
Sure.
not that you're gonna be able to do anything, but it's too often the place gets torched by these knuckleheads that go out
Just
and
walking out. Yeah. They'll park at the range or walk out in the back.
Yeah, exactly. And I've had too many incidents up there a week or two before we open. And if we can stop it, we should. That's all I'm asking.
I would agree. And if we want to tell someone, I guess we can email
Sure.
Bob or
Yeah.
text you.
We see him, we try to drive him off, but
Yeah.
it's.
And I imagine the putting green, same thing. It's not open until the course is open, or is there a little flexibility?
I don't have
Yeah.
much problem with that.
You do it all at once, or you.
Just
they
do it
get
all at once
confused.
to keep it simple. And we do have an option now. We have a great range. They can,
Right, right.
So they can be set. Range is open, sir.
They like to get out on that back nine where no one can see them.
Okey doke. R3, nothing. Old business. Anyone have any old business? No. Yes. And communications, I guess we could put that under old business. So we had.
Well, we have a communication on there. For that email,
We do. I don't see it on agenda
number 9.
for 9. It stops at number 8.
I'm gonna give you page 2. So we'll wait.
It's a good link.
That's new business. Any new business? No. All right, number 9.
Number 9.
Communications. We had a letter, Sarah got a letter from Mr. Bassett thanking her for the response on the firefighters tournament, that couldn't offer any better deal for them, but he's just grateful that he's able to have the tournament at Smith. And there was a communication from a senior about the 4-day pass that we hit on a little bit, and they want it resurrected, and they didn't think we were being fair to seniors, and the response that the commission as a whole would say is that we give seniors a pretty decent discount, and that the season pass was, a nice to have, but it's a thing of the past.
Yeah, I thought Sarah's response was.
Right. And our senior is actually $1 less than Tashawa for the discount. So, it's $6 less than the regular resident. So it's not bad for the weekday. And anything else? If not, motion to adjourn. Second. So move. All in favor?
That was great.
You're hired, Don, you're hired.
23